And it's happening?
Yeah.
I think it's happening.
Hey.
Oh. Ooh, oh. Told you it was gonna happen.
All right.
It's out there. Hello, world streaming. We have one viewer.
Hey.
Hello, viewer. We don't know who you are, but hello. With the actor's mission.
Hi, I'm Jerry Evans.
I'm Chance T. Hicks. Perhaps you saw it, and if you didn't, you could always watch that video because I'm sure it's on the page. So
Yeah, probably just like right around there somewhere.
yeah.
Anyway, we're just directing
Click it.
Matt
By Scott Hahn.
Scott Hahn.
The one and only.
There's a lot of people in the world named Scott Hahn.
I don't choose to acknowledge them.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, this is our second live stream, and the second live stream of the actor's mission in general, if I remember correctly. So.
We're kind of pioneering this crap.
Yeah, this is the future.
And it's not really crap, I just don't know the correct words to use.
We just got off of using telegraphs like 3 months ago, so... Just,
that messaging service? There was no singing telegrams, it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
What is that about?
We were ripped off.
Ripped.
Anyway. So, we have a new batch of questions here.
Yeah. Oh, also, don't forget, if you guys are actually watching this via YouTube and like you have an account and you're signed in and all that goodness, you can actually write questions to us or statements or anything like the words that I said before, and we could answer that for you. So, just saying, that could be fun. It'll show up like over there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Where it says say something. Please say something.
All right.
Please. Okay. So let's just get into our new batch of questions, shall we? I will ask you the first one.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Okay. How far have the actors come since the last live stream?
Well, between driving from their houses to the mission, and then back to their houses, I don't know where any of them live or work. I can't really give that...
I don't have an exact...
200 miles, collectively?
I think that's a little generous.
Anyway, the actors have come a long way. We just started off-book rehearsals.
200 miles long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each.
So, it's gone quite well so far. We had a few people off-book for a while now, to some degree. And the other ones aren't struggling as much as I've seen people struggle with it in the past.
We're just really good at this casting thing.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
We nailed it.
We got this.
So yeah, characters have developed a lot. We're still making adjustments here and there, coaching people through stuff, still breaking them down and rebuilding them from the bottom up.
Or just breaking them down.
Yeah, sometimes we leave them that way.
It's better that way.
At least it makes me feel better.
Me too. At the end of the night, I feel like I really accomplished something. Yeah, it's a good time.
Bathe in their tears.
Sweet, sweet victory.
So, I don't know, any specific anecdotes or about that?
No, I mean, it's just like the memorization.
Yeah.
It's really come along. Not to say like they haven't improved, it's just that I'm there every night, so I don't know from the last stream to this stream, like a specific, you know, like I don't want to be like, oh, that person's like pronouncing their consonants better. I don't know.
In general, that is happening, but...
yeah, see, and I don't know when that happened. It's just, it's happening.
But there's still new things showing up in each little run-through that we do. New funny things somebody decides to add in there and see how it fits.
And then we decide to keep it.
Yeah.
Because we're good like that.
Then it becomes our idea.
Well, naturally.
And science is improved.
Yep.
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay, second question. He's anxious to answer this one.
I really am.
Chance, what is your best blooper moment in this so far?
I'm going to say a blooper moment, first of all, just of the cast. And then I will say my own personal one.
Okay.
Okay?
Two-part.
Yeah. I really like to lengthen things. So I feel cast-wise, the best blooper moment so far is anytime Brad Russell is on stage. He's playing our Zeke, who has these amazing lines of randomness. I mean, some of them are, well, most of them are random. Some of them actually correlate with what's going on stage, but a lot of them don't. And the ones that he delivers haven't even been written. And
Yeah. There's a lot of little lines where it's just some old guy yelling gibberish.
Yeah.
So he just does his own sometimes.
yeah. And the one time, actually, a couple weeks ago, he said something and I thought he was being Zeke, and he was not. He seriously was asking a question, and I was like, oh, well, okay, just exit stage left, because you did a good job.
He's very method. He captures
Yeah, that's what
geriatric life.
Yep.
We
Really
razz
brings
him.
it to life.
We razz him about it every single time. It never
Truth.
ceases to bring us joy.
Truth. Then, let's see here. My own personal blooper? That one I don't really know. It would probably be anything idiotic that I ever say during rehearsal, which, let's be honest, happens a lot.
I tend to cause the accidental bloopers where I can't sit there like a good grown adult and behave myself.
Right.
I've read and seen the lines 100 times now, and I still go, "That's what she said,"
Oh!
and too loud
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah,
and
well,
so-
and the both of us will be up there,
Yeah.
like, reading lines or not, or just catching something and making various noises at those lines. So, that's a mutual
yeah.
blooper we share.
Or anytime we read for a character whose actor is not there, we mix it up on the accents and we have.
We
a lot
mix
of
it
fun
up,
with
but then we always settle on a good old, like, New York, New Jersey, somewhere in the
Yeah.
tri-state area. It always settles on that, I
we
feel.
very much rely on it all the time.
I mean, it's it's what we do. It's what we got going on. It's just the easiest to deliver, and that's what we do. We're here to deliver. That's a snippet for you. Okay.
Yeah, it gets absurd.
Yeah,
Okay.
Next question. Should I do this one for you?
Sure.
Okay. Does anything have you nervous?
What? What do you mean nervous? I'm not nervous. You're nervous.
I'm assuming that is in correlation with the show. I mean, not in life.
No.
I mean,
Of course.
yeah.
There's, I don't know, not specifically. I look at it anytime that I remember how far out we are from performance, which, by the way, we're over a week into May.
Yeah. I thought about that today, actually.
That makes me nervous because, like, I'll sit there and go, no, we've got time to improve, work on this and that.
Yeah. And then you're like, no, we don't.
Yeah. Like, right now I'm remembering something we have to get done to the set. The set's mostly done. And there's a few things that need done, but there's stuff we
It'll
need
be done
to
by the time we
go
perform.
by. Yeah.
So, who really cares?
And,
They may be walking on the paint as it's drying on opening night, but at least it's there.
yeah. As long as they don't leave the stage at any point.
Yes.
Nothing's really making me super nervous. Shows do have a tendency to, something falls behind and things get blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
And to me, it's just too much stress. You have to look at it and go, okay, something's wrong. Let's
True.
fix it.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yep. And the more you do that, rather than talk about how wrong it's gone, the less you have to worry about your heart coming that closer to stopping due to an influx in stress hormones.
Yep.
So,
because we all know that hurts.
yeah.
It really does.
Compared to some shows I've been in, no, not really all that nervous at all.
See, I'm not nervous at all. Well, any show I ever do, I'm not nervous right now whatsoever. It's opening night is when I will get nervous.
Yeah.
Because it'll be like, wait, are all of the things that I think that are funny that I put in this, are people actually going to respond to that and think that they are funny as well?
Right.
That's where I have the problem. So it's lights up, fingers crossed.
And I'm going to go,
basically.
Worst case scenario, I'm not on stage, so I can walk away from it.
That's very true. I didn't even
Leave
think...
the theater and never come back.
Yeah,
just,
like...
hop on a train and...
Well, and we've got the keys, so if we really just wanted to go, like, militia style, we could just, like, burn that mother down.
That's been recorded now.
I don't care.
Anyway, no, nothing's really making us nervous yet.
No, not at all.
To be continued.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are you most excited for the audience to see?
The show.
Oh, that's questions done.
I mean, let's be honest.
I
mean, like, there's nothing... it sounds bad, but, like, there's nothing standout worthy of this. It's not like, we have amazing costume detail, I can't wait until they see... No.
Or just wait for this one
Go
line.
mediocrity!
Wait for this one line.
That's very true, yeah,
So, yeah, well, I'm excited to see what our audience does think is funny.
Right,
like, with
their
every
reactions.
show.
Yeah. The things that they're going to find funny that we had no idea were funny. Mm-hmm. Those are the best.
The ones that make you think, like, how did I miss that? Or, no, seriously, what the hell is so funny about that?
Right, right. But then, on those ones, it's usually some random old person is explaining the reference to you, and you're just like, oh, that's right. I was born after you. That makes complete sense now.
So, yeah, nothing specific. I don't know. I'm excited for the audience to see the talent we brought into this. We've got a few people that are new to the mission.
True.
And I think they're all doing really good things.
Yeah, well, and also because it's like I feel even the people who aren't new to the mission, a select few, I feel like this is a part that they normally don't play.
Yeah.
So
some people have to kind of break out of their casting type.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah, which is very nice.
That's something I love to do when I direct.
Truth.
Which I've only directed once before, but everybody was in a very atypical role for themselves.
Really branching out here, Jerry.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. I like anytime we don't have to totally typecast.
Yeah, true. Okay, so next question. Here we go. How much work is left to do before the cast and or show as a whole is performance ready?
Well, it's hard to say. I don't know how much they're actually putting into it, but they're satisfying us so far. I don't know. A few people have their physical techniques to work on, their postures, their gestures, all that kind of stuff. Memorization, of course.
Right.
Perfect off book, although seriously, most of them are doing quite well.
Very
off
well.
Book.
Yeah.
It's
a lot better than I would do.
Yeah. Let's like to see. Well, most of them have their costumes pretty much set.
Yeah, we just need like the random little like accessories and that kind of thing.
Still kind of decorating the stage with
set dressings and whatnot.
And the stage is, for the most part, complete.
Yeah.
There's a few things outside of what's on the set itself that need done.
Yeah.
We got to do our lighting.
Naturally.
Yeah. I'd actually like to start doing rehearsals with the lights, even though they're not set up. I don't like the shadowed faces.
I know, me too, because we can't get
so
a sense
bad.
of like, oh, are you reacting positively to this line?
Right.
And then it's like, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it, and they'll probably be like, that's what I've been doing the entire time, and you guys thought it was okay.
It's like, no, we just couldn't see.
Sorry, we're just not smart.
Our workspace in general is much cleaner than it usually is, but
Very.
we still have some stuff
Very.
from recent events that have happened there that we need to get tidied up.
Floodgate 2015.
Yep. We know the truth.
But we really do.
Yeah, we've got some stuff to get the hell out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, literally, that's a good thing that you're saying. I personally, through any rehearsals or anything like that, it's much cleaner in there than it was before.
Yeah. And considering how little we had to do in the way of cutting wood and other things that usually make huge messes, we got all that stuff done very quickly.
Right, we've really kept up on that, I feel.
Yeah, just out of the way. So,
which is nice.
Once it gets down to tech week and we have to prep it last minute for so we can serve food and people in there, people are going to be at a loss for stuff to do. So I'm excited.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's less everybody freaking out and more.
You know, like that old rule
done.
when they're like, "There's always something you can clean." Not the case with us.
No,
because we're.
I clean for a living too, so you're all on your own.
He's got this. Okay.
All right. So that's question 5 we were on.
Yeah.
Número 6. Have the actors surprised you with their delivery of a line? How? Was it good or bad?
To the first part of that 3-part question, yes, people have surprised me with their delivery of lines, we'll say, for the simple fact that, like, it sounds bad, little Katie playing our female ingenue, we had to teach her, and are still coaching, on how to be very punny. So at first, it was like one of those things where we're like, whatever, we'll have to deal with this.
Yeah.
But then there's one line that she's got it, and she just came out and she did it. Like, I was like, oh, this is how you have to do it. And she was like, oh, okay. And it, like, clicked in her head, and she was like, why didn't you say that before?
Right.
And then she came out and did it, and I was like, I was very surprised that it was right there.
Yep.
Also, I get surprised on the delivery of a line when they don't know anything of what they're talking about in that line.
Yeah. You'll run into that with a lot of plays. Like, there's this reference that you have no idea what it means.
Right.
And then somebody, usually a different generation, explains it to you.
Right. Or Google.
Yeah.
Watch our last video, you'll understand. Oh, well, I guess that was also the how. So that was like the sub-question there.
Yeah.
So then, to finish that up, good or bad, yes and yes.
For me, have I been surprised? Yeah, anytime Brad says one of his little lines, the little fillers, you just woke up the old guy and he's yelling something out of a dream lines.
Yeah.
It's different every single time. I wonder if he actually writes these down and has them written on his palm or some Google contact lens.
Exactly. Like, I just get surprised when he gets them right.
Yeah. I wonder if sometimes, like, if he does get it right, if it's going to be because he thought he made it up. And honestly, and in those cases, it's all good. There's a line where he snores and messes up this moment, so they go hit him to wake him up, and he goes, don't touch my oatmeal. And the last, like, there was one where he goes, it's my frisbee now. My roof, my frisbee.
What was the one? He said something about...
get your dog out of my begonias.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Also, he has said, don't eat my grits.
Oh, yeah.
Or something along those lines. And it's one of those times when you just go, what?
Of course he eats grits.
Like, whose phone is not on vibrate? That would be yours.
Oh, well. It's funny when Claptrap joins us.
Yeah.
Especially if I say something funny and that laugh comes in. I look like the coolest person in the room, to me.
Yeah, to himself. Not to anybody else in here. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. Okay, thought so. Okay, we also have one more question.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It is from Scott Hahn himself, the Scott Hahn, because
and only.
remember, we're not acknowledging the rest of them, because... okay, so he reached out to us and asked us this little ditty. You talked last time about a few favorite moments and favorite characters, but I'm curious, ... Is there a particular ego that you personally relate to more than the others?
Do you have an answer?
Do not. Go ahead.
You do not?
I'm thinking.
It's kind of the same thing I'm doing. I don't know if I have any particular ego relate to, like, full on, because I can say I relate to Floyd in some aspects. Like,
I can see that.
If you were gonna ask me about a popular Japanese animated feature called Dragon Ball Z, I'd talk your ear off for hours about it. It's everything I do. A lot of different anime.
They're not sponsoring us, but
I'm not a
we would
full,
like that.
Right? I'm not a full-on anime geek nerd, what have you, or even comic books. I like the Marvel and DC heroes, but I'm not obsessed with them.
Right.
So I don't, and I'm not as socially awkward as Floyd for the most part.
Well.
And I'd like to say I was Dylan. Scott even mentioned he would like to say he was Dylan, but he's more of a Floyd.
Because Dylan's the charmer.
Yeah. And the thing is that I've been told I give off that impression by people, and it's all like, no, really, I don't. I don't go out there and I've never
That's
been.
That's the world laughing at you.
Yeah, it is.
That's what that is.
But I don't. I was never like a ladies' man or anything, or that cool or suave.
I know, we're all shocked, Eric.
I know.
We're all shocked.
So...
Knuckle bite.
Butch is a little too douchey for me. I know a lot of guys kind of like Butch, but...
There's a lot of that breed in this area. In this county, I will say. This fine county that we live in.
Actually, if anything, I'd have to relate to Rose.
Yeah.
Because she's the most logical person, and I try to do everything as logically and rationally as possible.
That makes
Instances
sense.
where I've been in a fight and had my ass kicked, I could talk myself out of. Even if I really wanted to fight, I rather went, no, there are consequences to that, so, take the smart route. So actually, yeah, that's who I'd relate to is Rose.
Okay.
Sometimes Zeke, because I feel older than I really am.
I say Zeke because I like to take naps. I'm just saying. It's like aspects of them, but massively toned down aspects of them. Yeah. I mean, Rose, for the most part, yes. Butch, because he's also the person who... what is the line? It's something along the lines of... Rose is saying to him, I'm Matt's filter, and you're the needs a filter.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I don't have a filter, and it just comes out, and I can't control it, and... Yeah, so it's like an aspect of him.
Deal with it.
Yeah. No, there's lots of times I'll do something stupid, and then afterwards I'm like, that was out loud. That's my life. Kind of parts of Floyd. I mean, I know nothing about what you were talking about.
Exactly.
But, I mean, like, superhero stuff, that's cool. But, like, to a certain extent.
You like musicals, this guy will talk to you about musicals.
That's very true. It's,
Yeah.
It's what I got.
Yep.
That's my nerd aspect, we'll say. Yeah, we'll encompass that in there.
Yeah.
We already touched on Zeke. Dylan, I have no charm. So I don't think there's any part of that in me. All. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
It's just back burner.
So what? We're at 6:55 here.
6:55. Okay, so we got like 5 more minutes. let's just answer some random questions that the two of us come up with to let them know us better. Because I mean, we're talking about the show, we're talking about the people in the show and the characters and all of that nice stuff. But if people get to know us better, they may get a feel of what they're in store for.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So, Chance.
Yes.
What is your favorite coffee roast?
The kind that comes in my latte? I don't.
I hear he likes his coffee roast like he likes his women super, 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 super
Ground
dark.
up and stored in the freezer.
Too far.
Oh, we don't have the sign.
I know. I made the too far sign. I use it all the time at rehearsal. Actually, okay. Here's a question.
Okay.
Might let people understand your inner psyche. Do you think that granola bars are candy bars that are just trying too hard?
Yeah, actually. And I could explain that more scientifically, because I was an exercise science major, and we have a little background in nutrition, and for the most part, granola bars are just pretty much sugar. They're like a healthy-looking Snickers.
Yeah.
There can be differences in that, but yeah.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Which fruit would you say is better for throwing, apples or oranges?
Ooh. Do you want to hurt somebody, or do you just
I don't know. That's entirely up to you.
You know what's really fun to throw?
Tell me.
Jars of jelly.
Oh! You really get the point across.
We were in the rocks behind Domino's once in my youth, up here on College Hill.
It was like a week ago, I bet.
And we found this spot where a homeless person had obviously in these rocks.
That's embarrassing.
There was a mat, like a rolled out camping
Oh,
mat.
a mind over mat? I don't know.
And the leftovers of a loaf of bread, and I was like,
What
and I
poor
picked the
person
jelly up.
has jelly?
They probably stole it from the grocery store.
But I mean,
You
that's
do
the
what you-
most random thing. Like,
Well, it
I'm sorry,
lasts
I think
forever.
right, but I think of like a poor person like traveling the countryside, elbow stick in my pack on there. What's my key items? Jelly
And bread.
and bread.
So anyway, I grabbed this jar, and there's a good amount of jelly in it, and I just huck it out, and it hits it, and it's just the most beautiful red splatter, just like, blah, all across. It looked like a sniper hit just a giant vat of blood from donation with a rifle, and it
Maybe
just
we don't want to know
exploded
your
everywhere.
inner psyche.
But just it was pretty. It was pretty, and it was satisfying. This little jar did this big a splat, and it's like, that's exactly what I was hoping would happen.
And because of you, that poor person no longer had their jelly. Did you think about that?
They had lost far more important things. They were used to losing things by the time I threw the jelly.
Yes,
they were long gone.
They were used to loss.
Because any
but
homeless
they had
person
driven to
worth their
get that, and you took it away.
They left their bed. They left their mat. It's like 1 pound extra to carry, and they left that. So I think
they may have been like
they were
bathing.
obviously out of there, or they were in the jail eating really good food. Because I hear that you get fed pretty well at our jail.
Yeah, he's heard that.
Actually, I have a lot of family that's went to jail. All right, I think we've hit time. Thank you for joining us, the 4 that are watching now, and anybody in the future who looks at this.
Yeah, go ahead and
it'll be on YouTube for posterity.
Exactly.
Like it.
We're gonna live on the internet forever.
Okay.
That's not creepy. So go ahead and like this video now. I don't know if you can do that now. If you can, please someone like it.
If not, set an alarm.
Exactly. Or like it after. Done. And it's in its final stages of completion. And then subscribe to the Actors Mission channel, because we're going to be doing more. And hopefully more of them for the coming shows. I know certainly the end of the year when I'm directing, I would like to do it because I find it fun. Mm-hmm. And I have no life. So, go ahead and do that. Share it with your friends. And come on down and see the show which is performing May
29th,
30th, 31st, June 4th, 5th, and 6th.
7, food at 6,
Yep.
matinee.
And it's free.
Yeah.
It's free. Like, I mean, we would love a donation because we have a jar specifically for those.
Yeah. You guys keep us going.
Yeah, you really do.
You, BOCES, Wyoming Arts Council sometimes. So,
Yeah.
but it's mainly you guys.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Come see the work you paid for. So, thank you and bye.
Okay. Aaron,
Power it down, peasant.